Hello there, folks. I'm Dan Brown from a sort of interesting life.com, and you're joining me on board good old narrowboat Tilly as we are boating down from Ellesmere and Tetchell, that sort of area, down towards the Frankton Junction on the Llangollen Canal. But don't worry, you don't really need to know exactly where we are to enjoy this absolutely beautiful bit of boating. We're going extremely slow, but not so slow that I managed to see this branch coming and save the camera. But luckily, no harm done. Anyway, I just really wanted to share this. This is the clip that there's a little bit of at the end of my short film, Becoming the Narrowboat Man, which I'll leave a link to in the description below. But I thought I would upload the full clip here, as it's about 7 minutes, well, just over 7 minutes long. And just look at how slow we're going. Look at the environment, especially as the trees are all starting to turn and drop off leaves, and just, well, you can see on top of Tilly, on top of the good old Jolly Roger there, that we've got a few brown leaves still hanging around from further upstream behind us. But ultimately, how fantastic is this? What a way to travel, what a way to spend any time. And on this particular day, I had a friend on board with me too, and we ended up mooring up further down and going off on our bikes, and it's just exactly the sort of thing and exactly the sort of experience that sums up everything that I love about boating, and being able to wake up in the morning in places like what you're seeing here. But not only that, being able to set out on my bike or walk up to the shops, whatever I'm doing that day, in this sort of environment. And I really just couldn't possibly not share this. I can't believe how slow we're going. This is the actual real time. There's been no adjustments to the speed of this clip. This is literally how slow we just travelled along, no rush, nowhere to be, and, well, just general chit-chat as we went. A lot calmer chit-chat than me when I'm doing these wild arm-waving commentary videos, as you can't see me now, but I've literally got both of my hands held out in front of me as I'm watching this, doing all my usual hand gestures and pointing at the screen and pointing at different places. And like I say, I really just wanted to share this with you. You might wish to mute this video and then play some nice soothing, calming music as you watch the rest of this trip. But I just, as I say, it's the first video, or really the first proper video of the new year, and I wanted to just have a nice, calm, general chat one. And, well, it doesn't get much calmer or more pleasant than this. Again, these are the sort of places that I've been extremely lucky to have grown up around and spent so many years of my life out wandering around. And, well, it's this sort of video that sums up, in a nutshell, if somebody says to me, Dan, why on earth do you keep whittering on about boats and the canal all the time? Well, this is it. It's just fantastic. And look at how absolutely still the water is as well, that reflection of the tree just ahead there. I mean, that's the sort of environment that you'd see paintings of, and the sort of image that you'd see like in films that you'd think, flipping heck, that surely can't be a real place where there's water that's meant to have boats on it that's that still and calm. And again, I think this particular day, I think I'd seen one boat travel and moor up by where Tilly and me and my friends set out from. Obviously, we didn't set out without Tilly down the canal, otherwise we would have been very wet. But you get the general idea, though, that it's very quiet out here, and the fact that that particular day there was one boat came and moored up just before we left that area, and then we didn't see another moving boat that day. And on top of that, I think we only passed about, I think it was only maybe 3 boats or so, and I'm sure that they were all on actual private moorings. Just can't quite remember off the top of my head, because basically there was nobody out here moving, didn't see a single walker or person on the towpath either. And again, it's like you can moor up in these sort of places where you're really away from even the small villages, so you just have little things like the couple of farmhouses and buildings dotted around, like you're seeing just ahead in the field across the way there. And that's all of the real sign of humanity that you see in these places sometimes, particularly with how bad the weather's been since this was filmed, where it's literally just rained for I don't know if you broke it down as a percentage, but you'd probably be in over 90% of the days of the last 2-3 months. Again, we won't go into that as that's too depressing to talk about. But I just really wanted to share this with you. And I suppose just a few random bits of housekeeping as well, as we're going to end this video when we arrive at that bridge. But also, I'll say here, just take a closer look at the sign and the 8 on the sign, the number basically on this bridge, as it looks to me like this might be a different number that's been put upside down on this one. But again, who knows? And I suppose really I just want to take this as a moment to say as well, thank you so much to everybody who's tuned in to episode 1 of the Narrowboat Diaries on New Year's Day. I've got a better idea now of how those videos are going to go, so they'll be slightly shorter and have more actual footage in, especially now that we've had some sunny days to actually get out there and get some great footage to show you too, rather than just going, yeah, it's raining still, it's raining still, it's really dark and overcast and it's still raining, and so on. Equally, I can't thank everybody enough for checking out and reading my latest book, The Narrowboat Diaries. That's been incredible to see it go to the #1 boating book in the UK Kindle charts and stuff like that. Again, just fascinating and unbelievable. So thank you so much for that. Thank you as well for everyone who's been spreading the word about the books and these videos. Helps out a lot, as I've got a marketing budget of literally £0, as you might have heard me say previously. But ultimately, I just really wanted to share this video and just have a chit chat and just say basically what I always say. I love boating, and it's exactly this sort of thing that makes it what it is. Feel free, like I say, to check out my short boaty books if you want to help me out and support these videos. It really does mean a lot to me as well, personally, that anybody would sit down and read anything I've written. Feel free to, if you wish, to check out my other videos and subscribe if you haven't already. And of course, add me on Facebook, like the Facebook page, Twitter, if you want to see loads of boaty scenery like this and general pictures from the canal. And until the next time, keep it boat worthy, have an absolutely fantastic day, and of course, farewell.